Hey there and welcome to another action figure review video. Today we are taking a look at Roadblock. He is the first figure, number one, right there, whoa, number one in the G.I. Joe Classified series, the brand new 6-inch action figure line from Hasbro. Now, don't mind my package. This came from Amazon as like all my other G.I. Joes did, and the package is, well, it's not the greatest. It's been beat up, it's been bumped around, there's some junk on here. Anyway, all that aside, let's take a look at this figure. We have the front of the package where we can see the figure, we can see his accessories, we can see this piece of art, which is absolutely amazing. I love this art. Even if you don't like Roadblock with the beard, I like this piece of art. We're going to flip it around. We've got this side, another side with art, and this is kind of cool down here. We've got Roadblock fighting a series, a group, a platoon, whatever you want to call it, of alley vipers. I'm very anxious for that figure to come out. But this is some really, really cool art, if you ask me. I'm going to flip this around to the back here. And this is the picture that a lot of us have seen, this group shot of all these different G.I. Joes and Cobras, all these vehicles along the bottom. I won't stick around on that too long. One thing that I think this package is missing, which I really, really am disappointed they don't have, is a figure cross sale. All the other figures that we could get from this series. I suppose you could say, well, gee whiz, look right here. These are your figures. Well, that's true. I mean, Snake Eyes is out, Destro's, well, these two are coming out. Scarlet's out, Duke is out, Roadblock is out. We just were told Gung Ho's coming out, Cobra Commander's coming out, Red Ninja's coming out, Alley Viper, we have no idea, Baroness, we have no idea, and there was a Storm Shadow, I thought, in here somewhere. Maybe not, but anyway. So it kind of is, but I just like the old style feeling of these are the figures to get. All right, so now we're going to go over here, and we've got something new that is, well, I just said brand new to G.I. Joe, and that is what I'm going to call the figure or the character attributes. He's figure number one, and so these symbols, they actually mean something. If you've noticed, there's something else missing besides the cross sale, and that is a file card that tells about the character, the thing that a lot of us grew up on and really had that connection to this action figure line is the story and the characters, the real names, the specialties and all that. Well, nowadays we get this, and I think this is about as close to a file card as you're going to get. These mean four different things. This means Vanguard, this means heavy weapons, this is strength, and this is artillery. There is a place, and I will drop a link. I'll just pop up a link. Go to the gijoe.com website, and it will tell you all about these things. So I've kind of put this stuff together. So Vanguard means he is on, Roadblock is on the front line of combat, and he takes the fight to the enemy. Heavy weapons means he wields huge weapons with high destructive power. Artillery means he uses strength means he possesses immense physical power. And the artillery, he uses powerful weapons to destroy targets from long distances. Kind of sounds like a mixture of Roadblock and Lowlight, if you ask me. Anyway, so that is what this means. So kind of you can build a story of what he is capable of, not necessarily a story of who the character is. All right, let's get this guy open. I want to play with him. Be right back. All right, here he is out of the package, and one neat thing is if you're planning on displaying this figure like out on a shelf, then you could take the insert out, put it behind him, and that could be like his background display. It's got his number, which figure number he is, it's got his list of attributes, and it has his name there. So that would be kind of cool, potentially, if that's your thing. Now, let's take a quick look at his accessories, and we'll take a look at the figure after that. He comes with this blaster energy rifle thing. It's not a real-world gun that I'm aware of. It looks more like a railgun. But anyway, he comes with this sci-fi looking thing, and it's kind of interesting. Here at the front, it's got some translucent paint, so you can shine a light through it and it will kind of glow and do what translucent paint does. What's really interesting is this silver paint, if you shine a light through most of this, it actually all is a bit translucent. So it's kind of a cool little deal. Also have this clip that he comes with that will slide right into there. He also comes with this knife, which is his second or third accessory, depending on where you lay the clip on things. But you want to be careful. If you notice, my knife is a little bent. These accessories are a little bit rubbery, so you want to be careful with them. And now let's take a look at the figure. What we're looking at is what I believe to be an updated version of Roadblock version 2 from the old A Real American Hero toy line. The vest is what kind of gives me that feel. It looks like it just gives me that feel. This figure does have about 38 points of articulation. It's, from what I understand, it's pretty standard for a Marvel Legends type of figure since Hasbro makes both. I don't have any Marvel Legends figures, so I couldn't verify that one way or the other. His head will rotate all the way around, and he's got a really cool neck hinge, and there's something neat in here that I've never seen on a figure, but all you Marvel Legends people might, but this is new to me. This neck moves back and forth, so there's like 3 points of articulation in there. He's got a butterfly movement in his shoulders. His shoulders will go up about that far, and they will rotate all the way around. There's no hindrance there from how it's designed. His biceps do rotate, and he has double pin elbows. He's got rotatable wrists, and his wrists have a hinge so that they can move back and forth to do different cool poses. It's really hard to see with this vest on, and I'll get to this in a minute, but he does have the ab crunch feature up in there, and his waist wiggles and allows a lot of cool movement. He can do the splits all the way up just like so, and he can move his legs all over the place. He does have rotatable thighs, and usually when I do this, it works a lot better than what is going on now. And he's got double pin knees. He has a calf rotation right there, and he can rotate his feet, and his ankles will hinge back and forth. One thing I missed, and I didn't do this on purpose, I actuated, is there are little joints in the hip crotch area that allow him to drop his legs. Let's see if I can get out of the light here. You see that? That's a cool feature to be able to give a little bit of extra posability to this figure, and actually all of them. As far as I know, I think all the G.I. Joe Classified Series figures have them now. His vest will not come off. There is no way. I have looked and looked and looked. There is no snap button or anything. I can't even get his arms up to lift this thing off. It's really tight. The best thing I can figure is if you want to take this vest off, you're going to need to cut it off. Right there. For $20, that might be a good thing. I've heard, I don't know for sure, I've heard that there might be like a tattoo or something under here. I'm not cutting mine off, so you can explore that all on your own. Over on his left shoulder, he does have this lion tattoo. It kind of looks neat and interesting, but I do have to wonder why. The colors on this figure, I think, are actually generally pretty good. They've got a light green and a dark green pair of pants. Yeah, there's gold, and there's a little bit of controversy around. Some people like the gold, some people don't like the gold. Some people who didn't like the gold are starting to get used to liking the gold. It's really tough to keep up with who likes what nowadays. Overall, I don't have an opinion one way or the other. The gold does not distract me from this figure, and it doesn't make me like it any less. Could it be a different color? I'm sure it could, and I'd probably like it just as well. So I don't really have the opinion on if I like the gold. He does have on his left knee this pad, and I've heard a lot of people wonder, why does he have that? Well, you know, silly people, it's so he can kneel on it, of course, because some people kneel on one knee when they're doing something with heavy machinery. Not heavy machinery, heavy gunning, heavy rifling, whatever. So anyway, he's got that. I think overall, this is a pretty good solid figure. Don't take my word for it, because he is starting to get loose. He is getting a little bit loose, and that's because I've done a lot with him in the short amount of time that I've had him. So you may want to be watchful for that. If you pose him around, if you do a lot, he will stand actually on his own when you get him standing. That's kind of a weird pose, but he will stand. He has that capability. Mine's just getting loose because I put him through a lot of paces. So if he doesn't want to stand very well, I grab a figure stand like so, and I'll put him on there, and it works pretty good. This is not a sponsored ad. This is nothing sponsored. I just bought these stands, and I like them a lot because these G.I. Joe classified figures don't come with a stand. So Small Joe's, that's up, no it's not. Yeah, anyway, smalljoes.com has a series of hexagon figure stands. I picked up 20 for $10, and I've liked it a lot. The Joes will fit on the 2 pegs that are closer to the wide. They're the furthest distance from the edge. These are close, these are further, and I found that they fit really, really well. And now that my figures are starting to loosen up just a little bit, I'm finding that I need a figure stand to help them stay up there just a little bit. But other than that, he's a pretty good figure. The knife here, I didn't mention, goes right there in his vest, so it's nice and tidy. This gun, when you actually put it in his hand, the unfortunate thing about this gun is it really only lends itself to about 2 or 3 different poses. You can't really do a lot with it. Now, I mentioned earlier, be careful, they're rubbery pieces, and that's true. This is pretty rubbery right here. You can see how well that moves. So what I've done is I try to put it in his hand first. For some reason, he's a soft feeling figure. You feel him and he feels soft. You get to his hands. They are hard. They're tough. So I have to pry his fingers up and then I slide that in first. That's the weaker of the 2 parts of handles. There we go. Then I'll slide the second one. I'm manhandling him here. Then I try to slide that second one in. Then he's got his gun, his blaster. Will it shoot blue or red lasers? I don't know. But there he went out of focus. I'm sorry. There we have Roadblock, and he's holding this blaster gun thing. So he's already kind of loose. You can see how much I can move him around. Anyway, I like this figure. I really do. And I'm not just saying that because it's G.I. Joe. It's got a name on it. If I really don't like something, it's really hard to buy it. I do like this figure. I like him quite a bit. That's saying a lot. I'm not a 6-inch figure fan. At least I haven't been. I'm getting there. I'm starting to become a 6-inch figure fan. Luckily, I have some self-control, so I don't have to go out and buy every 6-inch figure known to man. But anyway, that's my review of Classified Series Roadblock figure number 1 in this new set. Thank you for stopping by, and if you found this helpful or useful or more informative, hit that like button for me, and I will be reviewing all the G.I. Joe figures as they come out, or let me rephrase it, as I get them. By the way, be cautious ordering from Hasbro Pulse. I haven't received my order yet. I had to get these off of Amazon, and I'm still waiting for Hasbro Pulse, and I ordered them day 1. So anyway, little rant. But anyway, hit that subscribe button so you will be notified, and the bell notification so you'll be notified when more of these videos come out. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.